with a musician we think is super talented and you should get to know better. We ask them questions we think you'd like to hear, but you can also leave your own by leaving a comment during the show's live stream. We'll get to as many as possible, being sure to leave lots of time for stripped-down, intimate performances. Now, this is our first time doing the show live, so we ask that you bear with us as we may experience a technical difficulty or two here and there. My name is Amber Griffin, and I'm coming to you from the Abbeville, South Carolina Square. Here, Benji Greeson has been the host of the Southern 5 Morning Show locally on WZLA 92.9 FM for many years running. Tonight, we're honored to have him here as our host. He is already good friends with our featured artist, Clay Page. Long before Clay's trip to the American Idol finals, the two had bonded on Benji's show over everything from musical taste to the best taste of food to be found in Abbeville. To the locals, Clay Page is no stranger. He's always been that country singer from Elberton, Georgia. He has played at festivals from Cowan Falls to 96, not to mention some fairly big stages around the country. In February, he headlined a concert to a capacity crowd at the Abbeville Opera House. Late last year, he released his most recent album titled Down Home. Tonight, he's here to talk about it and hopefully play some songs from it. It is my great pleasure now to introduce to you Benji Greeson and Clay Page.
All right, welcome. We are live here downtown Abbeville. It is the Square on Air. Very first episode here, pilot episode. Could not be more pleased to be here tonight. And I've got one of my good friends here with me, my man, Mr. Clay Page. Clay, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
I'm excited to be here, Benji.
What a beautiful place this is, right?
I'm telling you, this is great, man.
Yeah.
It's like late night.
Yeah, right. It's the Tonight Show. Now, I don't have all the props that Jimmy Fallon has. I'm not as smooth and as charismatic as David Letterman, maybe.
I think you better, bro.
But we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to hear some great live music, and Clay Page is going to be playing some tunes. We're really going to get to learn a little bit more about Mr. Clay Page here. Man, look, you're 25 years old, and you've already had one of the most, you've lived a pretty good life here, you know, with your playing and touring and all the different things you've experienced, man. But I think a big misconception is that a lot of people think that you just kind of started, and that's not been the case whatsoever.
That's right, man. That's right. And you know, that's one thing, like, I don't know, it's just, I always go back to this, man, every time you and I are in the setting, but like, you know, I want to say thank you for one, you know, you've always been spinning my music when I was recording in my bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I want to say thank you to that, and it's been
those
a
are
crazy
the deep
journey.
cuts in the album,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
That's what's going to show up on the greatest hits 20 years down the road.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Straight from the bedroom.
There's the title of your album. You already got it. Yeah.
So I just, you know, before we get this thing started, I want to say thank you, man.
Man, it's absolutely my pleasure.
That you've given me on 92.9, man, over the years and everything. So, but yeah, man, it's been a crazy journey. The past couple of years, I would have to say, I've learned more from moving to Nashville and the American Idol journey, and then moving back and just, you know, all the traveling I've been doing. I've learned more in the past couple of years than I feel like I've learned in my entire life.
Yeah,
so
I could imagine.
I'm just excited to be here tonight, and you know, this is gonna be a fun time. So.
We got some time on our hands, man. Take us back. When did you really first get like just enamored with music? When did you pick up the guitar and just say, "Look, I can't set this thing down"?
Oh man, so I have to back up to my Uncle Norman.
Okay.
You know, so I grew up on this dead end dirt road, and my Uncle Norman lived right across the road from me.
Yeah.
And my granddad lived on the other side of me, and so during the summer when my mom and them were going to work and stuff, I'd go over to my Uncle Norman's, and he used to have this old guitar, and it was like, you know, he showed me all the chords that he knew. And then I actually took lessons from Vernon Brown over in Cowan Falls.
Okay.
And my Uncle Norman
He's taught a lot of people to play the guitar.
Oh my gosh, Vernon's one of the best there is.
Right.
Man. So my Uncle Norman used to wait on me at the bus stop on my road and take me to guitar lessons every Tuesday, man. And his 84 Nissan Datsun, you know, and we got to do that. And so man, it wasn't until I was like 14 years old I started singing. My Uncle Norman, he was the only one that I would sing for. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
I started out as a guitar player. I started taking lessons when I was 9 years old, and when I was 14, I decided like that I was going to maybe start singing. And my Uncle Norman used to, you need to sing in front of folks. And I was like, man, I'm not opening my mouth in front of the crowd. You know,
Right,
that just
right.
wasn't me, dude. I was always real shy in school, and still, honestly, I'm still shy today.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, just.
How'd you break out of that mold to figure out how, that you wanted to be
man.
on stage? Because, dude, I have seen some of the stages you played on. There's been thousands of people. It's just a sea of heads out there. How do you break out of that?
You know, man, I'd have to say the town-wide yard sale in Calhoun Falls was
Really?
Was the show that broke that seal for me. I played. Michael Norman finally taught me into playing in front of a live crowd. And
Yeah.
my good buddy Jimmy Jones and John David Fleming over in Calhoun Falls used to host the street dance.
Right.
And may still do. I'm not real sure, but so my Uncle Norman taught me into doing that, and it was just man, the fire was lit from that point on. You know.
Once you get it in your blood, there's no shaking it, right?
I'm telling you, man, it was something totally different, you know.
Clay, we actually, it's funny you brought that up. We have a clip
Oh, my
from
gosh.
2008, the Calhoun Falls
Oh,
town-wide yard sale.
Wow.
And we've actually got a clip of you playing there that night.
Wow, man.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at one of the. Is this the first?
That is the first live show in front of us.
So this is where it all started, right
This is
there.
where it
Clay
started.
Page. Let's check this out. Clay
Oh,
Page.
man.
Next time in October, when they have that sportsman thing, maybe we can talk them back in. If you cheer loud enough, they might come back in October with their own band and dancing girls.
Oh boy!
All right. No dancing girls. All right, y'all two ready? On your own.
That was a good lick right there at the end, man. You hit that. You nailed it.
man.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Man, that song's
dude,
like that.
I got to tell you a story about that video. So
Yeah.
You may or may not see it, but there's a. So before I knew what in-ear monitor systems was, I had the actual Hank Jr. track playing in one ear and what was it, a iPod Nano hooked to my belt loop, you know?
You
It was
karaokeing, buddy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man, I was karaokeing.
That is great. That is
Oh
great.
man, old Hank Jr.
Yeah, man, when you hear that song, you just want to sing with him, don't you? Come along around close
Every time,
right?
man.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
I think back to the town-wide yard sale.
Yeah, so that's where you got to
Good
start.
stuff, dude.
That's where you got your start. That's amazing, man. That's
Yes,
really cool.
sir.
Well, you've progressed so far, obviously since then. Dude, you were, okay, you're 25 now, right? You're 25. So this is 12, you were 13 years old on stage right there.
13, 14, something
Yeah.
like that, man.
You've been in the gym since then.
Oh, well.
you
know, man,
were a
I
little
was
skinny kid right there on stage, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was always real self-conscious in school, man, about my size, you know.
yeah,
So I started
I don't know what that's about at all.
eating old cheeseburgers, man, and
Yeah,
lifting,
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
lifting a little bit. So, yeah, man, it's been a crazy journey, dude. I've been extremely blessed, through the path of my career, and there's been a lot of good people, man, helped me along the way, and including yourself. And I've just, God's always good, man. So
That's right.
I'm just excited to be here tonight with y'all, and and hey, man, while I'm thinking about this too, we're on live, so we talked about doing some songs here in a little bit. I got a guitar pick, so I'm gonna scan through later on, see who shared this video, and I'm gonna do a signed pick.
Nice.
So
very cool.
So whoever shares this video, this live stream, somebody's gonna win a guitar pick.
I'll do a signed like note card or something. I don't have
there you
I don't
go.
have anything
And you know
cool
what?
like a
Maybe
pick,
even
you know.
a set list, like a behind-the-scenes set list.
There you go.
So y'all share this video, and like I said, I'll scan through tonight. I'll announce the winner tomorrow morning for a signed guitar pick.
Yeah, we are broadcasting live right now, Facebook and YouTube, and of course this will be replayed again on WCTEL television. All you West Carolina television subscribers, check us out on channel 20. That'll be Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, and then Wednesdays at 12:30. That's lunch 30, not midnight 30. So, yeah. So noon 30 on Wednesdays, 9 o'clock on Tuesdays. You can watch this whole broadcast replayed from the fine folks there at WCTEL. And also, I am monitoring the Facebook Live feed that we've got going on right here. So, if you have any song requests, if you know some of Clay's songs that you want to hear, maybe Clay would want to pick and grin a little bit for us here as we've got that live technology going on. So we appreciate everybody sharing and watching, and continue to do that. And it's going to be a good time tonight. So man, let's talk a little bit about you were the skinny kid on stage in Catalan Falls back in 2008, and you really did a lot of recording in your bedroom. I mean, you had the whole setup, computer, the whole nine, and you're putting out basically demo tracks, I guess you would call it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my mom bought me my first USB recording microphone.
Hey, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
That's right. And my dad bought me my first guitar.
Yeah.
And so, between the combination of the two, man, I sat in my mom's living room on her Dell, and I downloaded like the free version of a recording software.
Right.
And the first time I recorded myself, I realized I had a lot of practice. I needed to be working on it.
Yeah.
So
I got a few things to work on here.
Yeah. Man, it totally changes the game when you listen back to your own recordings and stuff. So I listened to some of that, and I was like, man, I've got some work to do. So that there alone, man, is something totally different. The recording process, and everything like that. It opened up a totally different door for me. So.
But it does, it motivates you when you see something that you don't think is just right, I know you're a perfectionist. You are your own worst critic, right?
Yes, sir. I try to be the best that I can be, man, in everything. So, and like I said, that was something that I really worked hard on, and yeah, man, so 2013, I recorded my first pro album in Northeast Georgia, in Maysville, Georgia, and I realized right away how expensive recording music was.
Right.
I was like, and at that point, I was still recording on the USB mic that my mom got me, and I was like, okay, I need to do a little upgrading so I went from USB microphone to pro recording, professional studio setting, to like, man, recording music is super expensive. So I was like, maybe I'm gonna buy me some equipment and just do some demos at the house. And at the time, man, that was the answer. That was the thing for me to do, because I was putting out music. I would write a song and I would record it 2 days later, it was out. And that was the thing, man. I was writing way more music than I can afford to record.
So, right? Funny how that works out.
Exactly,
right?
Man. So what I found, though, is that I was doing the recording, all of that stuff, man, and what I found through that is that I was getting more dialed into the technical side of recording and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was losing some of my creative realm and as of being an artist and a writer.
Right.
Because I was focused more on doing the bedroom recordings and making my bedroom recordings sound like a pro studio.
But it's so meticulous when you have to go through, and I mean, it is. It's very meticulous work when you're recording and trying to put a song together.
Yes,
I don't know that people really realize or understand the process it takes. I mean, you'll have like one track here, but there'll be 75 layers that you have to get up, and it's just got to be perfect, right?
Yes, sir. So I've done that. For years, and I don't know, man, I guess maybe from 2014 to 2016, I was recording music in my bedroom, sending them off to be mastered.
Yeah.
Sending them out to other players. I was sending them off to some players in Nashville to do some overdubs and stuff like that. And I was then sending the music off to Rusty Milner up in Spartanburg, South Carolina, who was with the Marshall Tucker Band at the time, and he done a lot of my masters. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And he was a big mentor in that field for me too, man, because I was just learning, man. I was just a kid, like I was just sponging it up,
Right.
So, and I still today, man, like I still learn in every avenue in this business and that it is. So fast forward to 2017, I decided like, hey, I was writing a little better music, I was like, I'd been going to Nashville with my granddad since 2012, going to pitch to publisher nights and stuff, at NSAI in Nashville and things like that. And so 2012, I had this idea of moving to Nashville, and I backed out. I was like, I felt like I needed a product before I went to Nashville. So that's when I started recording my pro album. And so then from that point on, then it was a focus of building the fan base and things like that. So fast forward to 2017, I finally pulled the plug and moved to Nashville. And
what a leap. That had to be scary, man.
It was.
That had to be so scary. How old were you then?
How old? 24, 23, 24, something like that. Just a couple years ago, man. So I moved to Nashville, and I was like, I never left my hometown because it was like somewhere that I didn't want to be. I mean, I've always loved Elberton, Georgia. I've always loved this area, man.
Granite capital of the world. What is not to love, right?
Exactly. Abbeville next door with all the best food. So like,
there you go.
I've always been at home here, man, but like I got to a point where I felt like I had plateaued, and I was like, I need to go see what Nashville's about.
Well, it's the next step.
Exactly, man. So I moved there, went out every night I could, man. Didn't have the money to be going out every night, but I went out every night.
Funny how you find that extra $1 or $2 when you need it, right?
Exactly, man. So I went out every night that I possibly could, dude, and like it was just. It was a great thing, man. It was very humbling for me. Like when I got to town, I thought when I moved to Nashville, I was like, okay, everybody's up here trying to get a record deal. I'm not trying to get a record deal. I'm looking for a publishing deal, like I want to be a staff songwriter, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
time out. Performing wasn't even in the car. That's not what you
not
had.
Really
that wasn't the dream there at going to Nashville.
At that point in my career.
So you wanted to go and be a writer for a record label.
Exactly.
That's a cool job to have.
For a publishing company, and
yeah.
So I got there, man, and I realized real quick that Nashville's a songwriting town. Everybody's so good.
Everybody's got a tune to whistle,
huh? Gosh, man. I went to one of my favorite rounds, which was Revival. I'd been watching for years back home here.
Right.
Man, it was just. I remember the first night I went to Revival and seen it like face to face. I was like, man, this is life changing, dude.
Right.
And it was almost like. It was intimidating because everybody was so good, and I was like, you know what? I've got a year. I said I'm gonna hang it out a year up here and see what happens. And so I was there, writing and stuff, man, and just met some super cool people, man. Folks that I'm still buddies with today. I hope some of them's tuned in watching tonight.
Yeah, there's a pile of them.
Just great mentors, man, and like it's just been a journey, dude. So through all of that, I was telling you about, playing the songwriter rounds and stuff like that. American Idol actually discovered me through playing one of the songwriter rounds while I was there, and it's just a lot of God stuff happened.
That was a huge hit.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's been great,
we'll get definitely to the American Idol journey in a second. One of the songs that you penned in Nashville or co-wrote, "I'll Be the One," right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
and that's on your Down South.
That is
EP, or is that on the
Southbound?
Southbound. I'm sorry, I got.
You know
confused.
what's funny about that, there, Benji? That song was wrote while I was in Nashville, but I actually wrote with a guy back home, Mr. Brad Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brad Evans was a co-writer on that one.
And how can you not love that dude, right? I mean,
we went back out to California, man, a few weeks ago. That's a whole nother story.
A whole nother story. "I'll Be the One." So you co-write that with Brad Evans.
That's right.
He co-writes that. It's recorded. It's one of your first big Nashville recording songs that you put out. And
yes,
was it your first music video that you shot, or the first music video with a Nashville recorded record that you shot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That was my first Nashville recorded music video.
Right.
And we actually shot that video in Nashville. In Athens. So sorry.
Athens. Okay.
Yeah, we shot it in Athens, and little behind the scenes, man. The guy in the video that I'm posting that is actually the guy who wrote the song.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Brad,
The guy that got the girl, right?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Brad is in the video. Man.
Yeah.
So it was that was a fun time. We actually got kicked out of a bar that night while we were shooting the video.
Was it because you were shooting the video, or were there some other things going on that night?
So listen, man, we're shooting the video, and I don't know. I don't think I don't think we asked for permission. You know, we just showed up like shooting a music video.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, we showed up there and.
Hold on. Were you like, hey, can we use y'all's bar? We're gonna bring these cameras in real quick. Surely you had it set up beforehand, though, right?
No, man.
No?
We just walked in and started
I love it. That's great. That's great.
We showed up, man, and like next thing I know, they kicked us out. Like, we can't be recording in here. So I was like, okay, well, guess who forgot their keys there? Yeah, so I forgot my keys. We're on to the next bar filming at another place.
Look, something y'all don't know about Clay. He's a
man.
tad on the forgetful side, okay? Since I've known him, there have been multiple sunglasses that have just gone missing, keys. I'm sure Maggie has a million stories on that.
Actually, I'm ashamed to admit this, but actually, I think one time I was scheduled to be on air with you, and I can't remember if I overslept or something.
I do remember
So
that.
the next time that I was supposed to be on air with Benji, I literally hung up a piece of notepad paper right beside the bed with a piece of tape. I was like, Benji in the morning. So. But yeah, man, I left my keys. They went back, and then they was playing my music. That bar that kicked us out was playing my music.
It was playing your song?
Yeah, they was playing my music on the stage.
We've actually got a little clip. We've got a little clip of "I'll Be the One," the video that you guys shot. So let's roll the tape on that. Here's Clay Page with "I'll Be the One."
Oh man.
If he ever stops loving you, I'll come undone. Girl, if he ever stops loving you, I'll be the one. I'll be the one. I'll be the one.
That's it, man. Right there. "I'll Be the One."
I'll be the one.
They let me ask you, was that glasses of tea on the bar for the shots, or were they?
I think it was.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it was,
All right.
honestly. That night, because I man, I don't play around with the whole driving thing.
Oh yeah.
I
You gotta be
think that
safe.
was-
Gotta be safe.
We had some props that night, man. So shout out to Double Coverage Productions too on the video.
Okay,
Those
very
guys
cool.
are phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
And, the guy over here too, man, David Holloway.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
He
hooks
does
you up with some,
great stuff, man.
and that's the
Great
thing.
work.
That's the thing that people don't really think about, that part of the business. I mean,
Yes, sir.
if you're not on stage, you're constantly in promo mode.
Exactly.
I mean, it is a constant
It's
promotion.
all about
It's
marketing, man.
It's radio guys hounding you to get up early in the morning and come on the show with them, and live streams on Sunday nights here. So it's,
I always enjoy coming to 92.9.
Yeah,
It's
man.
always seriously like we're sitting on the front porch. So, dude, and there may be a lot of folks that's tuned in now. I think it's so cool that may catch those interviews that we do, and now
Right.
they're actually seeing the visual.
Right.
So that's special.
Now look,
to
I'm
me.
gonna go ahead and apologize because I've got a face for radio. All right, so this is brand new to me here, and I do apologize to everybody for that.
No, I think you look pretty snazzy tonight.
Well, I tried to gussy up a little bit
I
here.
feel like I'm underdressed, man. Got the tie. And
Well,
everything.
the boots make up for anything that you could possibly. You could wear a clown hat and those boots, and you'd still be cool, brother. Is that straight snake skin, or is that lizard,
It is.
iguana?
They're getting a little rough around the edge.
Do you pet them?
Yeah, from time to time. Somebody told me the other week, they said, "I love your alligator boots."
Yeah.
"Thanks."
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Now, is that just regular snake skin, or is that a Elberton copperhead or a rattle-headed copper moccasin?
Man,
What
these
is that?
boots actually come from Texas. So
Okay. Probably a
I
rattler.
bought them in Anderson, South Carolina, but
Yeah.
the company is from Texas. So
Are you a jockey lot guy?
You know,
Do you love the Jockey Lot?
I got a little childhood memory of the Jockey Lot. So something about it, I don't know what it was. Every time I used to go to the Jockey Lot, I loved looking at the animals, and I loved the smell of a Black and Mild for some reason.
You can find all that at the Jockey Lot, man. You can find every single bit of that at the Jockey Lot, right?
Every time I went to the Jockey Lot, it was like I wanted to see the animals, and there was like this smell in the air, you know. And I was like, "What is that smell?"
Yeah.
So then when I got older, you know, I may have bought a Black and Mild or two off the bus, you know, and so. But yeah, then I was like, "Oh man, that's that smell that's at the Jockey Lot."
Yeah.
So, any of the viewers watching, the Jockey Lot is like one of the biggest yard sales, wouldn't you say? Or I don't even know. You can't even consider it a
look,
yard
the Jockey
sale.
Lot is a place where all your dreams can come true, or you could get shot on the way home. You just don't know. And it really depends on which Jockey Lot you go to. I mean, it's just, it's a hodgepodge. You never really know what you're going to get. But that is the beauty of the Jockey Lot.
Exactly. I think I bought a rabbit there one time.
Absolutely, you
With
did.
ears like this long. I don't even know if that was normal or not. But
Yeah. What'd you name it? Do you remember?
So, funny story about that. So I had these beagles. My Uncle Norman and I were training these beagles, right? And we would let the rabbits out, and you know, we would run the.
Train the
I'm talking
beagles,
about
right?
pups, man. We didn't let them, you know, hurt the rabbit.
Pete
or
is not
anything.
watching. Go ahead.
Yeah. We would let the big floppy-eared rabbit out, and he would run off, you know, and then we'd get the little pups out, man. They were little bitty pups.
Right.
And we let them out, and they'd go run the rabbit, and then if they did catch it, we'd put them up. We was done for today. You know?
You're right.
They never hurt the rabbit.
Yeah.
So
Allegedly.
that's it.
Allegedly. Right? Oh,
Used to go
man.
a little rabbit hunting back in
That's
the day,
right.
man.
That's right. Clay Page here with us tonight here on the very first episode of The Square on Air. And
This is really awesome, man.
this is so
I'm
cool,
having a
man.
good time.
This is as professionally done as I've ever been a part of, and I want to thank everybody involved for that. But right now, you know, the world's in a little bit of chaos. I don't know if you've heard about this COVID
something
thing or
else.
not.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sir.
But,
Had a lot of cancellations due to it. So.
But that's where I was kind of getting is you had a nationwide tour that just got
yes, sir.
shut down, halted.
Yes, sir.
The last time I saw you was February 29th. And I remember that because that was the show at the Opera House here in Abbeville.
Yes,
and
sir.
that was the Clay Page and Friends at the Opera House. And y'all killed it that night, man. It was so much fun. And you even announced that night, hey, you know, we're leaving. I'm hopping a plane.
Right.
Maggie's like, don't have too much fun. We got to drive to Atlanta. And I mean, look, Maggie keeps you straight. You know that.
She does, man. She really
has
does.
to. Somebody has to.
Shout out to my girlfriend.
So-
She's here tonight.
But anyway, it got absolutely halted, the tour.
Yes,
and
sir.
that
It
had to
did.
be a kick in the gut right there.
You know, it was one of those things, man, where I was like coordinating all of these stops. I had 12 or 13 shows booked. You know, I'm still a completely independent artist, man.
Right.
Granted, I've had a lot of people help me along the way.
Yeah.
And there again, like I say, I've got a lot of great mentors, man, helping me along the way.
Right.
My girlfriend Maggie, she helps me a lot with this stuff. But you know, most of the time, man, or 90% of the time, I'm, you know, on the phone, emailing, you know, that's the behind the scenes stuff that a lot of folks don't see.
It's a grind.
It is,
It's
man.
a grind.
So like when
Yeah.
you're not contacting venues and stuff, you're, you know, you're working the social media thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not doing that, you're working on new content.
Right.
And when you're not doing that, you're actually out in the field, you
Right.
know, playing gigs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I've spent 3 months, man, like, you know, coordinate all the stops. Okay, I've got to be here on this day. I've got to leave at this time to get to where I need to be. Next stop of the tour. This was 3 months, man. I was so excited. Had some promotional material coming in. You know, big tour flyers, nice tour flyers with all
Right.
the dates.
Yeah.
You know, lining up sponsors, all of that stuff, man, to go on this big run out to California again for this month. And I guess tonight, man, I would have been coming back. I would have been flying back to Atlanta, Georgia.
From California?
Tonight, yeah, from Bakersfield, California. So,
Well,
but
hey,
you
you're
know,
here.
man,
You're here
dude,
instead, right?
Exactly, I'm here, man. So this is there's good in everything.
Right.
And it's just, you know, you've got to find it. And I'm not gonna lie, man. The first few weeks, I was almost oblivious to the whole thing. I was like, you know what? next week it's going to turn around.
Right.
Next week it's going to turn around. And I kept almost putting it off, like contacting venues, because I was like, well, maybe everything will turn around.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. Yeah.
Right. So it was literally week by week, and here we are at the end of April, and everything is canceled, man.
Right.
So, but it's just been a steady grind. I love it though, man. I mean, it's part of who I am.
That's right.
I don't know anything else. I mean, it's just so.
Part of who you are is old guitar slinger there. Hey, you want to play us a tune real quick?
Let's do it,
Let's
man.
do it.
You know what? Speaking of California and being here tonight, man,
Yeah.
what about a little Down Home?
Down Home sounds
Yeah.
great, man. Sounds great.
This song right here is one that I wrote with Adam Wright.
Okay.
And, Adam's a guy from good old Georgia boy.
Yeah.
And so before American Idol, before anything, I was on the back half of my lease on my apartment in Nashville, and I decided I was going to take a road trip up to Iowa. And so I packed Maggie's car up. I put an air mattress in it.
Yeah.
And I rode from Elberton to Nashville. Stayed at my apartment in Nashville that night, and then moved from Nashville I traveled from Nashville on up to Iowa. Long story short, I got back to Nashville. I told Adam Wright, I was like, dude, the Midwest, they've got a lot of corn up there. So, this is where this song comes from.
So there's a
man.
song in just about everything,
Exactly,
right?
it
Here we
definitely
go.
was, so.
Hey, before you get started, Clay, I do want to remind everybody that if they would like to throw a little something in the tip jar tonight, they can do that.
Yeah. So y'all got the tip jar set up.
Absolutely. Venmo, Clay-Page-3.
Wow.
PayPal, claypagegear@gmail.com. And you can go to claypagecountry.com, your website. Go to the store right there. There's tip jar set up. And, when the rug
Thank
gets jerked
y'all.
out from under good people, man, we try to help out when we can. And
I really appreciate
you can see that on your screen now, all the ways to throw a
Thank y'all
little
so
jingle in
much.
his pocket there from the on the tip jar. But yeah, man, let's hear some music. I'm ready.
Let's do it, man.
Here's Down Home.
Y'all
Clay
sing
Page.
along. Well, New York City got a shine to it. Sure am glad I finally made it through it. And the great Midwest, Lord, they grow a lot of corn. California got a lot of stars. Oh, New Orleans got a lot of bars. I feel like I've been running since I've been born. But you don't know what you're missing till this lonely road you're on. Leave you somewhere wishing you were back where you belong. Well, it's true what they say, you don't know until you're gone. There ain't no better place than down home. Yeah, nobody cooks the way Mama did it. Sunday dinner, awesome, forget it. All this fast food will feel like slowing down. And you can get to about anywhere, but it don't get sweet till you get down there. Like a big city, but I love a little bitty old town. Yeah, you don't know what you're missing till this lonely road you're on. Leave you somewhere wishing you were back where you belong. Well, it's true what they say, you don't know until you're gone. There ain't no better place than down home. Whoa. Don't know what you're missing to this lonely road you're on. Leaves you somewhere wishing you were back where you belong. Well, it's true what they say, you don't know until you're gone. There ain't no better place. Yeah, there ain't no better place. There ain't no better place than down home. Yeah, way down home.
Yes, sir. Down home.
A little down home there for you.
And that song just makes you want to go down home. I mean, it just makes you want to go back home, right?
That's it, man.
You know, the first line of that song, New York City's got a lot of shine to it, you know? And it does. There's a lot of things out there that sparkle and shine, man. But I tell you what, coming home's pretty nice, too.
I'm telling you, you know, one thing I've learned about all the traveling that I've been doing the past couple of years, man, is like, I'm a junkie for that feeling of missing home.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. Like, when you come home, there's no better feeling than, I can remember, like, coming home, while I had my apartment in Nashville, I can remember coming home, like, to Georgia every weekend, and it was just something special, like, you know, that feeling of missing home. There's an old John Hyatt song, Train to Birmingham.
Right.
My dad introduced me to
Yeah.
a long time ago, and it was just one of the lines in the song was something about I just love the feel of coming home. And it, you know, man, after I got out on the road and started playing music and stuff, man, that song had a totally different meaning to me.
Yeah.
You know, listening to it at an older age. 'Cause as a kid, when I was listening to it, I was just listening to the music.
Right.
I enjoyed, you know, the music and all of that stuff of it, but totally different meaning, man, when you're out working that muscle. So.
Yeah.
Yes,
man,
sir.
I think a lot of times we get caught up in the melody and, oh, it's got a good beat. Oh, you know, the lyrics are catchy and all this and that. And songwriters are pouring their hearts out into these songs.
Yes, sir.
You know, and it's really, there's a deep personal connection with a lot of the lyrics that are in a lot of these songs.
Sure.
Now, the one you just did, Down Home, that came out right before you went to American Idol, right?
That one actually, Down Home, come out, I believe it was after my American Idol.
Was it after American Idol? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, man. I'll be honest, Benji, it all runs together. It all runs together for me, man. I think it come out after American
You're so busy and stretched out in a million. And I know, do you ever get tired of people asking you about American Idol? I mean, I don't want to sit here and, beat a dead horse or anything.
Not really. You know, one thing I have to say, man, is like, television is television.
Yeah.
And music business is music business.
Right.
I mean, it's two totally different things.
They are, but they go hand in hand.
That's right.
I mean,
you know, they're married, but at the same time, it's two totally different things.
Right.
I would take nothing for the experience, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. As I was telling you, I was doing a songwriter round, a thing that Patrick Raines puts on 615 Alive in Nashville. And I was playing at Lowe's Vanderbilt at a hotel, man, which is not really somewhere you go to see music during CMA week. And, so I was kind of being ungrateful, dude, about, you know, I was like, I wanted to be on one of the big stages. I'm like, and here I am at this little hotel playing, you know, but I'm like, it's CMA week, man. So it's just, Nashville in general is a good time. I mean, it's a good place to be during CMA week.
Right.
So,
Everybody that's anybody is there.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, you know, man, I really wasn't thinking about it, but American Idol was evidently staying at Lowe's Vanderbilt, the hotel.
Unbelievable.
That night.
That's
that
just like that's like Godsend.
Exactly,
you know, it's just
man.
like
and
a
dude,
thing
it was
meant to happen.
definitely a God thing for sure, because I had just recently lost my Uncle Norman and my granddad, and I was like, you know, dude, I was praying about it pretty heavily, and I was like, I need a sign, man, that I'm on the right track, and this opportunity just fell out of the sky. So they saw me playing at Lowe's Vanderbilt and invited me to a private audition in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was like, yeah, right, this is a scam. You know? Like, I thought it was a scam. I was like, man. So
you were waiting for them you were waiting for the sales pitch where you had to pay them some sort of money, right? Yeah.
I was like, come on.
I'll give you this job
so,
if you know, give me $1,000.
Right. And you know what was crazy about the whole thing, though, Benji? I was really undecided about even taking the opportunity, man, because I've always been one of those guys, like, you know, you get out here and pay your dues, and then hard work pays off, that type thing.
Right.
So my girlfriend and I and some of my Nashville buddies were talking about it. And, you know, they were just like, you know, Maggie was telling me, she's like, anybody that knows you knows that you've been playing music for 10, 12 years, you know, live. And then, so my Nashville buddies was like, man, you take the promotion any way that you can get it. And, you know, that's where we're at in the music business.
Right.
So,
and man, you can't, there's no amount of money that could buy the promotion and the, you know, putting your name, face, your likeness, your brand out there like like an American Idol could
I have to
do,
say,
you know?
I was a little worried to begin with because I was like, man, they're going to make me look like this. It's just, just backwoods dude that doesn't, have any sense or anything. And like,
Do you feel like they represented you well?
I do, man. I do. The song choice was one thing that like I wasn't, because I got to play a lot of original material on American Idol. And that's something that a lot of folks may not realize. And I honestly think that had a lot to do with my airtime too, man, because I played a lot of original material.
Yeah.
And, I always had this attitude, like on the show, I was like, if I get sent home, I'm getting sent home on an original song.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get sent home, there's a possibility that they'll play this song, even though I'm getting sent home.
Right.
But that wasn't the case, So, I got to do an original song that I wrote with Rob Snyder titled Something.
Yeah.
For the celebrity round.
Yeah.
In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. So that was pretty special to me, man. I got to do an original song, a Jamie Johnson song, and then a Thomas Rhett song.
Now,
so that was the one that aired, the Thomas Rhett song.
Now, Rob, is that Big Rob? Is that who they are seeing the Luke Combs camp? Is that
yes, sir,
same guy?
Gotcha, man.
Gotcha.
He is, yes. Rob's phenomenal writer, dude.
Yeah.
Rob and I hooked up, man. At the time, Rob was hosting and may still be, he was hosting the revival round that I had been watching for years, man.
Right.
And that was another one of those big leaps for me, man, because when I got to Nashville, I was like, I got to meet this dude. I got to go see this round.
Yeah.
And it was great, man. And Rob was a super cool guy, man. And he's had a lot of success, man, over the past year or two.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's had a couple number ones, man. So
once you get that number one beside your name,
right,
or you can check that box.
Super cool guy, man.
Man,
so
that's incredible.
Funny thing about Rob, man, when we hooked up and wrote Something, I was just telling him, at the time Uncle Norman was sick and stuff back home, and I was telling him, like, dude, I'm from Elberton, Georgia. Granite City, capital of the world. I've always wanted to write a song about my hometown and my Uncle Norman.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, dude, let's put it in a song. And, for him to help shape that song into what it was, he had some ideas that sort of went along with my story.
Right.
It was like we plugged them in, man.
That's
and
amazing.
That's how Something was born. So
We've
we recently done a video for that thing, too.
And we have a clip of it here
So
tonight.
You got
we got a clip of Something.
Cool.
And, let's take a small, quick glance
do
at
it.
this. Here's Clay Page's Something.
Now, say a prayer at night, bet that morning light is gonna turn it all around and keep that head on your shoulders held high. Everything's gonna be alright. We all got something bringing us down. My Uncle Norman's down in Elberton, Georgia, on that South Carolina line. He made a living polishing granite for 33 years working nights. Outlived his wife and his two sons.
What a great, that is so well written. Such a
Thanks,
well written
man.
song, man.
Thank
No
you
doubt.
so much. And like I said, Rob was co-writer on that, man, and just phenomenal dude, phenomenal writer, and just to help shape that, my story into a song, man. That's what a great songwriter is. So.
I actually wrote down a line in this song, and we're gonna dig a little deep here. All right, and this is from the cut Something, Clay Page, and you can find that everywhere. Anything is streaming ever, right? Download it, right?
Yes, sir.
Apple, Spotify, everything.
Apple Music. It's actually on the Down Home. If you go to my website, it's on the Down Home EP.
Right.
I think there's some free shipping on my website right now too. So
Good deal.
y'all can check that out.
So here's the line, and this is bridging off of what we just heard. It was actually the next couple lines after where the video ended. There, it's talking about your Uncle Norman, and it says, "Some way, somehow, he finally figured out how to get a little peace of mind." Woo! Yes. That'll give you cold chills, man. I'm serious. That is so well crafted and well done. That's incredible.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I was just honored to be a part of that song, with Rob, and it's just that'll always be a special song to me. And I told Rob, like, right after we wrote it, I was like, dude, this this song right here, like, it'll always hit close to home for me, you know?
Yeah, without a doubt.
A lot of people, speaking about Uncle Norman too, I play this song live a lot of times, and a lot of people are like, you know, did your Uncle Norman, is that true about your Uncle Norman outliving his folks, you know? And he really did, man. He outlived his wife and his 2 sons, man. You know? So,
and still found a way to find a little happiness.
That's right. Always just...
You shot that video at an actual granite shed in Elberton, and it showed them polishing the granite, just like you talk about in the song, all that. I mean, a lot of people don't see that behind the scenes type thing that goes into that.
If you got, you know, granite in your house, man, there's a good chance it come from Elberton,
It probably
Georgia.
did.
The neat thing about that video, man, like a lot of the granite industry, I'm really not the most up to date on the granite, but the way I understand that most all of the polishing stuff has went to, you know, mechanical, like robotic type stuff.
Right.
I could be completely wrong about that.
Uncle Norman did that by hand, I guarantee.
Right. The polisher that's actually that the fella's holding in the background there is one of the old school polishers. Like, you know, man, I had granite class in high school, you know, in Elberton. Like,
that's what they do in Elberton.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We had granite class.
That's awesome.
And, I can remember we had little polishers, you know. Uncle Norman was holding the big polishers and stuff. And he had arthritis once he got older, you know.
Like, I could imagine.
You know, he would try to show me chords and stuff, and he used to fuss and cuss about having arthritis. He couldn't play his guitar because he thought it may have been from the, you know, holding those polishers.
Probably.
Man. So hard work, dude. My hat's off to all the granite shed workers.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been in those things, man, and not working, but just, you know, in and out through the winter time. It's super cold. Yeah. And the summertime is super hot, man. And I mean, almost in a sense, like I don't know, my mind always drifts away to like coal miners, man. Like, you know, it's
Without
not
a doubt.
That may be way off of the spectrum to compare the two, but it's just
blue collar, man.
Exactly,
blue collar workers,
hard working, man. That's what Elberton, Georgia's all
the
about.
thread of America, by God.
Exactly.
You know, America.
Right, man. That's where we come from.
That's
man,
exactly
you know?
right, man. Exactly right. I want to revisit, not to harp on American Idol, but you mentioned a few minutes ago that there were some songs that that didn't air. Right. While you were there, and it's all, you know, the magic of Hollywood editing and the whole nine there. Right. So we actually have a photo of Clay playing at the.
I got all the stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, we got the best crew on earth right here, and they're prepared, and they got it all ahead of us here. But there's an actual photo of you playing on the grand stage there in Hawaii.
Yes, sir. That was crazy, man. That was absolutely crazy.
So what did you get to play there? What was that? What was that set? Was it just one song, or was it a set? What was that?
It was definitely one song.
Like, one and done.
I got off the plane in Hawaii, and I was like, okay, I still had not made up my mind what I was going to play. Yeah. In Hawaii, you know, and I'm like, what song could be good for this? And they kept telling us, like, we're going to be on the beach. I was like, what about fishing in the dark?
Yeah, you might as well.
That's my style of music, man.
Did you get a hook wet in Hawaii? Did you get to?
I did not. I got plenty sunburnt though. Man. If you can believe that.
Yeah, I believe
was like, so. But yeah, man, it was really cool. I walked out on stage, and I can remember the producers. You know, how does this make you feel? How does this make you feel, and everything. And you know, you're fishing to go out here and play in front of all these people. How does this make you feel? And I'm like, I'm just trying to get in the zone, man. Right. I'm ready to go out here and play. Right. It's like a crowd, man. They had folks come in by the buses, you know, to be on this beach. And, man, I walked out, and it was just all an adrenaline rush, like a normal show setting to me.
A sea of heads.
Right. Yeah. And it's a normal show, man. And when I walked off that stage, Benji, I'm telling you the truth, man. Like, I was content when I walked off stage, whatever the decision was, you know, from the judges and Idol too. Like, I literally done the best that I could do, man. Mm-hmm. And I still stand firm to that. Like, that was the best that I could do, man. And that's all we can do in this world, man, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
To this day, I would say that was still one of my top performances, man. But like I said, there's a lot of logistics and stuff that go into the show that I
caught a very quick glimpse of a cell phone video before I think it got confiscated of that. And, man, I was like, oh, man, dude, it's so good, you know? And,
man.
I don't think you got past
Somebody got a
Lazy Yellow
video of
Moon
that.
coming up to, and then they made it go away. But I was like, no. That was so
Somebody
good.
got a video of that. But man, it was an adrenaline rush, man.
Yeah.
It was like a regular show. I walked out on stage, and I remember this too. It was like, Hawaii, how you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Man, and everybody just
adrenaline
and it
through
was
the roof.
like, I remember the band leaders was like, it had to get dead silent before we started, and it was like this long silence. I was like ready to go, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was like ready to cut a backflip or something on stage. But it was cool, man. It was really cool. And, I had a blast with it, man.
One of the songs that you did and that got cut is "Let It Shine."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, a little backstory on that. During Hollywood Week, during group rounds, we went out there and I pretty much just stood on stage and smiled for the whole duration of the song. You know.
Yeah.
We had practiced the song. I think we over-practiced the song. It was a Sam Hunt song.
Yeah.
And I knew at that point I was going home. I was like, there's no way that I'm going home. But later, off camera, before we were announced going to Hawaii, Luke Brown told me off camera, he was like, man, he said, your original song saved you to go to Hawaii. And man, that really meant a lot to me because that was a song that I wrote back in 2013.
Wow.
That was on that
song's
first
7
pro
years
album.
old now, yeah.
Right, man, that first pro album that I was telling you about, Out in the Woods. And but I got to do that there, and it was just, what an experience, dude. I would take nothing for it. I gained a total new respect for the show. You know, when you're at home watching this stuff, you wonder how much of it is for real. But dude, the show is for real. The talent is real.
Right.
And the producers, the camera crew, everybody, just as we're doing here tonight, man, everybody works their butt off.
Right.
You know, you've got to respect the grind.
Absolutely.
You've got to respect the grind. So I'd take nothing for the experience, man. It was phenomenal. It was great.
Well, since your song got cut on Idol, we're gonna absolutely have it here tonight. How about
Let's do it.
How about
man.
a little "Let It Shine," man?
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Here is Clay Page, and again, the tip jars are open if you want to go to Clay-Page-3 on Venmo or PayPal. You can go to claypagegear@gmail.com. And also, if you want to go over to claypagecountry.com, go to the store right there, and you can put a little jingle in his pocket there. And here's Clay Page with "Let It Shine."
Let's do it, man. You said laying in my arms put you in ease. I wake up in the morning, look myself in the mirror, try to figure out just what you see in me. Baby, there's nothing that'll ever change my mind. You know you're my little light, and I'm gonna let you shine. Let it shine like the moonlight on the backwater. Starting today, I'm gonna love you just like I oughta. Let it be known that you're mine. Yeah, you're my little light, and I'm gonna let you shine. And baby, I know it's hard loving a music man, but girl, I'm learning each and every day just who you are and who I am. Baby, there's nothing that'll ever change my mind. You know you're my little light, and I'm gonna let you
you shine. Let it shine like the moonlight on the backwater. Starting today, I'm gonna love you just like I oughta. Let it be known that you're mine. Yeah, you're my little light, and I'm gonna let you shine. All right, man, let it shine. Man.
My man, Clay Page, man. Hey,
Thank you so much, Benji.
if you're listening or watching, I should say, I'm trained on radio. If you're watching Facebook Live right now, throw us a comment. We'd love to see where you're from. And,
Again, and everybody that shares this, I'm going to be scanning through the comments over the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
I'm going to be picking a winner. I'm going to sign this pic and date it. And somebody will be getting this pic that I used
Very
right here
cool.
on the show. Dude, I had a thought. I got you a little gift, man.
you got me a present?
Yeah, I wanted to do a little something for you, man. That was that I had come in.
Yes, sir.
I figured you'd
Representing,
make a, little 864.
representing the 864 right here, man. Is this your new line? Can you pick this up at your
That is,
online?
yeah. So I've got those for sale on my website. Those are brand new, man. That's like this week.
Really?
So this past week.
Smells like a new book, baby.
That's right.
That's good stuff.
That's
864.
right.
Now
So-
you've also got some the 706.
706, yes, sir. Area
We'll set
code
this
coming
right
right
here.
up. And got a giveaway happening too, man, on some friend of mine, Kay's Naturals.
Right.
He's doing a giveaway for
I'm
Yes,
glad you
sir.
mentioned that.
That's right.
It just so happens we've got
I might have got
we
into
got a
that
box.
box a little bit. But,
Yeah, Kay's Naturals here, man. I tell you
yeah.
what.
So, dude, little
We're
quick
gonna give it away here. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead and bust them off.
dinner
man.
time, right?
That's right. So, Kay's Naturals, man, funny story about that. I went to Ingles the other week, and I was in the protein section.
That's tasty.
It's good stuff.
That's really
man.
good
the
stuff.
best protein snack that I've
Yeah.
had yet. And so I sent them an email, man. Yeah, look, let me see here. Perfect. I sent them
Spilling it all over the
I
set. Sorry for it.
sent them a email,
Yeah.
and man, we got a box, man. So y'all
Protein
go check
rich,
them out.
the fit
Seriously,
kit, energy
they've got it
boost.
going on.
Good deal. So I'm sorry, I was too busy crunching on these. How can people win
So
something
go to
like this?
Kay's Naturals. You
Okay.
can go to my Instagram, Facebook. I've been posting about them the past few days.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, dude, I've been trying to get back on my little regimen.
Oh, yeah,
Doing
me
a lot
too.
A lot of eating, the past few
Sure.
past few weeks, and so, dude, like I said, I had some protein snacks, man. I bought from Ingles, and
I'm literally spilling these all over, man. All right, they're not going to sit up here.
I was
There we
super blown away, man, that they sent me a box. So
Yeah.
and I've got a discount code for them too, man. They sent me a little discount code. So anybody out there watching that like protein snacks, I promise you these are the best ones
That's tasty, man.
out there. It's good, right?
And I've probably got crumbs all over me now, but
Clay Page, by the way.
all right. One of the things with this whole quarantine and all that,
Right, man.
all you want to do is sit around and eat, bro. I mean,
I've been eating like crazy, dude. These are healthy.
they are healthy.
Yeah.
I caught myself watching the 600-pound life on TV the other day, like eating a donut. And I was sitting there and I'm thinking, all right, what wall are they going to have to knock out to crane me out of here one day when it's my turn for the episode, right?
Oh my gosh, man.
But if you eat these here, man, you don't have to worry about that, right?
good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
French vanilla.
Dude, they're
Gluten-free, by the way.
exactly gluten-free.
So if you're a glutamus, there you go.
That's it, man. Good stuff. So
We've got another
I got a-
giveaway tonight.
you know what, dude? I almost forgot too. Your soup
Yeah.
reminded me. You need this
My
guy
soup?
right here too.
My suit reminded you?
Yeah. Little breezy quarters. there
Ooh,
for you.
yes, sir.
I don't know
This
if you
here.
smelled that yet, but
I don't know if y'all can. Get a picture of this here.
That was some dangerous stuff, man.
Which camera you want here?
You need only thing you need to have a stick with you whenever you put that on.
To beat the women off.
That's right, man.
Beat them right off of you, because this stuff here, Cedar and Thyme Solid Cologne, man.
Oh man.
This right here is at Breezy Quarters, right here in Abbeville, 101 Church Street in Abbeville, and Breezy Quarters is one of your sponsors.
That's right, man.
And
Dude, I was a fan. That's what's so crazy though about my sponsors, man. I was a fan of their product like before anything even come about. So it's not like, you know, after the fact. I was a fan of these guys before, you know. So
yeah.
I believe in the product. So y'all check it out, man. Breezy Quarters, Naturals. Thank you so much.
I'm a fan of. I'm a fan.
I can smell it from here, man.
Yeah, I know. It's so good.
I think Breezy Quarters, they're all organic too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Paige at Breezy Quarters, they got it going on there. But I am a fan of their shave soap.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I've got this for Christmas one year.
I've been working on that.
Yeah. You'll get one day, don't worry. we had, so they got this little, and I could have brought it, I guess, but you take the top off, and I have a badger hair
Get out of
bristle.
For the shave stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you put a little water in it, right, and you just mix it up and just lather, and man, you just paint it up however you want to on your face, and then shave.
It always smells so good when you go
so
to the store.
good, man. Guaranteed 38% more loving if you use it. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed. I don't know who did the math. 38% more loving if you use that. Man. I don't know who did the math or came up with the equation, but you can't argue science.
That's right.
You can't argue science.
Beautiful.
Oh man, Clay, I want to talk about another song that you got. This is on the Down Home EP.
Yes, sir.
Which is out everywhere, right? Streaming everywhere. We spin it. I get a ton of requests for this one at the radio station. Buyback Time.
Yes, sir.
Now you shot a video for this one as well.
That's right. That was over in Greenwood, South Carolina. Too.
Greenwood. I didn't realize that.
Yep. Shout out to my man David Holloway.
Yeah.
So that there was another co-written song with Brad Evans, man.
I'm smelling so good right now. I'm having a hard time concentrating.
I can smell you right now, honestly.
Yeah, all right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's dangerous stuff.
Yeah. Buyback Time.
I think it's seeping out the back here. But yeah, Buyback Time, man, that was one that Brad Evans and I wrote when I was in Nashville a good bit, man. You know, I still had my apartment at the time, and Brad come up on the weekend. We started the title of this song, and we finished it a few days later, and man, it was one of those songs I finished writing with Brad at a Chick-fil-A in Nashville.
Nice.
Because I was in the studio and
if the Lord's Chicken can't bring some good,
I'm telling you.
If the Lord's Chicken can't bring some lyrics out of you, man, it's just not meant to be, right?
That's right. So we were at Chick-fil-A in Nashville, and we finished that song up, man, and it was just shout out to my buddy Adam Schoenfeld, because Adam had felt a bridge on the song, man, and I honestly feel like the bridge of that song is what, you know, brought it all together. And Brad and I finished writing it at Chick-fil-A in Nashville.
Nice.
Kids running around, everything.
Are you a number one guy, or are you a nugget guy?
I am a number one. Actually, here it is, man. It's a number one with an extra sandwich. Yep.
Bro, me too.
Polynesian sauce.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
You don't need to change
and a large tea.
about
I gotta have the large tea.
Yeah. See, I'm more of a Coke guy, or half water, half lemonade.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
I don't hate you.
I love the lemonade, but the thing about it is, man, the lemonade wouldn't knock your socks off. I'm serious.
That's so good.
Half water, man.
So
right on the ice too.
I've got another deep dig on a lyric here, and it's from Buyback Time. We've actually got a clip of Buyback Time.
Really?
So let's roll the clip of here's Clay Page's Buyback Time.
I was working full-time, settling down. You were packing bags and leaving town. Searching for a little change before the real world came and took it all away. Some folks spend their whole life trying to save, but if I had a dime for every time those memories crossed my mind, I'd spend it all and buy back time.
That's it.
That's the lyric right there at the end. That's the one that I had notated, and here it is. And you can tell me, I want to know where this one came from. If I had a dime for every time those memories crossed my mind, I'd spend it all and buy back time.
You know, man, that was the first line that we had of the
That
song.
is
That was it.
killer,
that
though.
was the only line we had of the song.
So you wrapped the whole song around that.
That's right.
Man,
We
it's
had
so
that-
good. So
we had
good.
that line, and I was like, dude, I don't know what we're gonna do with this, but I think that's the line in the song.
Yeah.
So, and we rolled with it from that point on, man. A few days later, Buy Back Time was born. So.
There's a song, and I'm gonna be a little selfish here. There's a song that is one of my favorites that you've done, and it's "Lonely Highway to Georgia." Will you pick a little "Lonely Highway to Georgia"?
Man,
Because I think that I think people are gonna hear this one too, and there's a really cool story behind this song, and I think maybe that's why it's one of my favorites. But so kind of give us the lead in a little bit. "Lonely Highway to Georgia."
No kidding, Benji. I told you I was coming down the road like every weekend.
Yeah.
From Nashville to Georgia, playing gigs and stuff, you know. And so I was in my Azusa rodeo one morning, about 1 a.m. and I was somewhere in between, I guess, Chattanooga and Atlanta, Georgia. And I was sitting in, or maybe I was between Nashville and Chattanooga. I can't quite remember. I think it was Interstate 24. And man, I was sitting there and I was like, stopped. Where it gets down to 2-lane, Interstate 24, and I was stopped in traffic. And I wanted to get so mad. I've been told I tend to have a little bit of road rage.
Well, it happens. It happens.
But you know, I was sitting there and I was like, man, I wanted to get mad because I was ready to get home. I still had, you know, a good 5 hours ahead of me at that point.
What
at
a
1
trip.
a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
Literally
man.
getting there as the sun was coming up.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write a song. So I pulled out my phone and I started humming this melody into my phone. And by the time I got to Atlanta, Georgia, I had this song.
Incredible.
And, I actually think there's a demo version. The very first iPhone recording of this is available on my website.
Really?
Somewhere, I do believe.
That's cool.
Man, I knew then, I was like, regardless of what becomes of this, it doesn't get any more real than this song. And literally, man, this was everything I was feeling in that moment.
Right.
1 a.m. in the morning, you know, on my way home to Georgia. So
There you go.
This is it.
This is one of our most requested songs of yours, by the
Really?
way. No doubt. No doubt.
Well, dude, I just appreciate y'all spinning me. So this is Lonely Highway to Georgia. On the interstate, riding headlight to tailgate on into the Peach State. Because my baby's all alone and she's waiting up at home, said we got a little love today. Like a bat out of hell, crossing that Tennessee border. Yeah, I'm thinking about my baby and I'm dumb and a little crazy on a lonely highway to Georgia. I got the radio jack, that big city to my back. I'm a train rolling down the track. Yeah, I'm missing out on where when it was me and my girl and my 2 dogs around the back. Like a bat out of hell, crossing that Tennessee border. Yeah, I'm thinking about my baby and I'm dumb and a little crazy on a lonely highway to Georgia. Ooh, Georgia. Ooh, you know I'm coming for you. Like a bat out of hell, I'm crossing that Tennessee border. Yeah, I'm thinking about my baby and I'm dumb and a little crazy on a lonely highway to Georgia. Yeah, I'm thinking about my baby and I'm dumb and a little crazy on a lonely highway to Georgia. Oh, oh, yeah.
My man, "Lonely Highway to Georgia." I love it.
Oh,
so
man,
catchy,
thank you so
man.
much, dude. I appreciate it,
That's
man.
as catchy as COVID, man. I tell you.
That is
That's,
what kept me awake that night on the way, or that morning on the way home.
Yeah.
So by the time I got in the next morning, I picked up my guitar, and like I said, I think the very first recording of that song is available on my website.
That is so cool. That is so cool, man.
Sorry, man.
We have a
Long
ton
hour.
of people that have reached out on here, every way from Indiana, I think Colorado. It's crazy, man.
Dude, I got to say this too, man. There is no other supporter better than a Clay Page supporter, man, of Clay Page family. Because, dude, I've had people send me gifts and stuff. Just everybody's been so gracious, man, during these crazy times, and I've just been extremely blessed for it, man. So I want y'all to know that I really do appreciate every little piece of support that y'all do, man. The tips, everything. I promise you, it's felt and recognized. So I thank y'all. So
We held a little drawing or contest, I guess, on the Square on Air Facebook page, and Urban to Country has put a awesome package together with all kinds of great stuff. And if you liked it, shared it, and all that, your name went into, I'm not real sure what this is, but there's a bunch of names in here. So I want you to pull the winner now of the Urban to Country. Yeah, drum roll, please. And we're going to go ahead and do our winner here.
So am I announcing?
Yeah, pull it out.
Miss Rachel Mourns.
Rachel
Check that
Mourns.
and make sure I said that right. Rachel Mourns, right?
It looks like Rachel Mourns to me.
There it
So
is,
Rachel
Miss
Mourns.
Rachel Mourns.
Congratulations. Yeah, she's the winner of our Urban to
awesome.
Country giveaway.
Too awesome.
How cool was that? Man, what a fun show this has been, man.
This has been awesome.
It's been an absolutely fun show.
I can't thank y'all enough for having me. The Square on Air. Seriously, y'all have made my day, made my week, and this has been awesome. And I just can't say thank y'all to everybody watching enough, man. Seriously, I really do appreciate y'all. And Benji, I got to tell you too, man.
Yeah.
I might have a little song releasing on my birthday. So.
Oh, you do have a birthday coming up, don't you?
I do, man. May 4th. So I got a little song releasing on my birthday.
May the 4th. How about that?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Very cool.
So,
are we going to get a little sneak peek?
You know,
of
man,
that maybe tonight?
I'm thinking I might do a little something with it.
Yeah.
This song right here, man. This was. I think this is gonna be my summertime.
Summertime tunes. I love summertime
just to
tunes.
get you in the summertime mood. So I hope y'all enjoy it, man. The name of this one here is Checked Out. Summertime came a little early this year. The grass is creeping up on my old John Deere, starting to look like hay. But all that stuff can wait. Just re-spooled a couple riding reels when we hit the ramp, baby, back it down the hill. Just put it in real slow. We got all day to flow. We're gonna head out to 72 Marine. Night crawlers, eagle claws, you and them jeans. When you slip them off, you're gonna turn me on. Rock a bottom, baby, as the crickets sing a song. Tell everyone we at the Holiday Inn, where you ain't gotta be gone by 11 a.m. You're reeling me in 2 strokes of the wind, girl, we about to be checked out. Little sneak peek there for you.
There you go, man. You'll be able to download that.
May 4th.
May 4th.
So, I don't even think I've announced that yet, but y'all the first to hear it. Everybody tune in on this live. Y'all the first to hear.
That is so cool, man.
May 4th, be right around the corner, man.
There you go. Yeah, it will. Yeah, you're just a week or so away.
That's right. Speaking of my birthday too, man, I got something else I want to mention to you. I've been working on something with a good buddy of mine, Tom Wynn.
Yes.
And
Mr.
dude,
T. Allen Wynn.
that's right.
That's
you know,
it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
I co-wrote 2 books with Mr. T. Allen Wynn. He
Dude,
is
such a great guy, man.
Such a great guy.
He
the
really
ultimate
is.
professional. Yeah, he's a great guy.
So, I don't know if you remember, but a few months ago when I was at the station, Tom was there, and I
introduced y'all. Yeah.
Right, you introduced us,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you was there. I made a joke. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, obviously, I think he maybe mentioned something about if I was ever wanting to write a book, let him know. Well, I jokingly said, I was like, I think I got enough to write a book, with. And so, long story short, man, we're about, I would say 6 to 8 months into a biography
Wow.
On just my story, man, a little more in depth.
Yeah.
That
is so cool.
That
man.
nobody's ever heard. So that's actually today. It's available for pre-order, and I'm signing all the pre-orders that come in.
So you're doing that through your website?
That's right.
ClayPageCountry.com.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
The title of the book is Somewhere in Between.
Nice.
And looking like it's going to be out in July. So I'm super excited about that. And Tom, man, has just been so great to me and patient with me with my schedule and everything. Tom, if you're watching, man, thank you so much for just bearing with me through all this craziness, man. But I'm really excited to get this thing out. I think it's going to be a great thing, man. And I've learned a lot about myself through writing this book, man. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and I've
so you letting it all hang out.
Good, bad, ugly, man. It's all there in the book.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of self-evaluation through all of this, man, and it's been really great. It's been therapeutic in a way, just to get some of this stuff out. And man, life is just constantly changing and learning and growing every day, man. So anytime you have the opportunity to sit down and write about things that's on your mind, on your heart, it's a good thing. So
it's a great release too.
It is, man. I'm super excited to get this thing out.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't necessarily know about me that need to know about me, just as where I stand as an artist and stuff like that. Because most music, man, you only have 3 minutes, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I needed to talk about that I couldn't necessarily fit in 3 minutes. So this book is going to be something very special to me. So.
Well, we've already got people checking in saying they're anxious for the book. They want to read the story here. Cool, so. Yeah, that's exciting.
Cool.
I know that the book's going to really dive deep. We're going to do that in a rapid fire motion here. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
We got 10 rapid fire questions. As we are kind of in
this
overtime.
This has not been practiced right here. I don't know.
No, he has no idea.
All right.
We're kind of in overtime here. We've gone a little bit overtime, but
you scared me, man.
So we're going to do this. We're going to hear from Amber really quick, and then we'll get you to take us out with a song. All right?
Great,
cool. All right, rapid fire questions. I got 10 questions. I'm going to give you 2 answers. First thing that comes to your mind, boom. Ready? Hank Jr. or Leonard Skinner?
Oh my gosh, Benji, are you serious? Hank Jr.
Mountains or beach?
Gosh, I'm sorry. Beach, definitely.
Ford or Chevy?
Chevy.
Okay. Italian or Mexican food?
Oh my gosh, man. I'd have to say Mexican.
Mexican food. Early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
All right. Fruity Pebbles or Count Chocula?
Definitely Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is my jam. Yeah. All right. So when you get mad or hurt, is it the S word or the F bomb?
I'm ashamed to say this, Mom. I hope you're not watching the F word.
Sorry, Granny. Moving on. Eminem or Jay-Z?
Probably Jay-Z, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clowns. Yay or nah?
They don't really bother me.
They don't bother. Yeah, I don't do clowns. All right, and the last one, the most important question I've asked you all night: blondes or brunettes?
Probably brunettes.
Brunettes. That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Probably brunettes.
Oh, Clay Page, man, it has been a blast here. Very first episode of the Square on Air, man.
This has been really fun. Square on Air. Thank you so much, Benji Greeson, dude.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
Thank you enough for all that you've done, man.
Yeah.
Over the years, and just. Golly, Abbeville, Elberton, Georgia, everybody out here streaming, watching, man, thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate y'all. My sponsors, y'all mean the world, and none of this would be possible, with one missing link of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So,
man, you're always
I've been extremely blessed, dude, to be here tonight.
You've been always so gracious with your time, and even when you're stretched in a million directions, you'll always, give an interview and all that good stuff, man. And I just want to thank you again for coming across the river here and hanging out with us for a little while today.
I'm glad to be here anytime, man, and I'm ready for these restaurants to get back popping over here in Abbeville.
That's it, man. Me too. I tell you, we'll have to grab lunch one day when that does happen.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to hear a quick word from Miss Amber, and then we're going to come back and have you take us out with a song.
Sounds great.
Thank you all for watching this far. Hasn't it been great? Thank you, Clay Page, for taking the time to come and talk and play to us. If you are able, please consider donating to him either via Venmo to Clay-Page-3, that's the number 3, or on PayPal to claypagegear@gmail.com. Or you can go to his website at claypagecountry.com and donate via his online store. We hope you've enjoyed our first ever show and hope you'll tune in again next week. Please leave us a comment or send us a message about what you thought of the show and how we can improve. We come to you live every Sunday at 6 p.m. from the Square on Air's Facebook page. Rebroadcasts can be viewed via YouTube or locally on the West Carolina Tel Cable Channel every Tuesday at 9 p.m. and every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Now, here's Clay Page to play us out with another great tune. Thank you.
I wrote this song with my buddy, Mr. Trent Willman, and pretty special song to me. I'm standing underneath the bright light, pouring out my heart. For a moment they all make me feel like I'm some kind of star. Then the lights go down and I'm back to burning that midnight gasoline down some lonely blacktop somewhere in between. So many times I wonder why she stuck around so long for some gypsy guitar picker that ain't got nothing but a song. She could have had those picket fences, she could have lived that small town dream instead of settling for something in between. 'Cause every time I finally find a place that feels like home, I start to hear that old lost highway calling to my soul. Like a live oak putting roots down in a rolling tumbleweed, guess I'll always be. And somewhere in between.
My man, Clay Page.
Just a little
Brother, thank you
preview
so
there.
much, man. Thank you so
Benji,
much
thank
again.
you.
It's always a blast. I want to thank everybody that put all this together. Fred Engler, Stephen Marner.
Definitely. Fred, huge shout out, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, the crew, everybody that made this possible tonight. Y'all, everybody that streamed in, watching this thing. Again, y'all be sure to share this. I'm going to be scanning over the next 48 hours. I'm going to get you to help me out, man.
Absolutely.
But,
I got nothing else to
Somebody's
do.
getting a pick and somebody's going to get a set list too. This is going to be signed and dated. So just thank y'all so much for watching. And a lot of big stuff coming up over the next few weeks. So.
There you go. And don't forget to get some of these right here, right?
I'm telling you, man. K's Naturals, man. That's where it's at. Y'all can use my code Clay Page on that, and I'm gonna see if they ship truckloads, man.
I'm telling you, I could knock down a truckload of that.
Breezy
and of course, Breezy Quarters.
Golly.
Clay, again, it's been a blast, my friend, and can't wait to see you again. Keep on rocking, brother.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great week, and great night.
All right, Square on Air every Sunday, 6 o'clock. Catch the rebroadcast, WC Tel Television, Channel 20, Tuesdays at 9 p.m., and then Wednesdays at 12:30. That's lunch 30. Everybody love everybody. God bless. Have a good night.